Hey guys, my name is Greg Lappin. I'm a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. So I started trying BioPro, and honestly, the long and short of it is I feel like a fucking animal. About to be 44, I fight and grapple with 20-year-old kids every day. I attribute a lot of that to BioPro. Go try it today, go get yourself some BioPro, give it a whirl.
My name is Dustin Baker, and I'm creator of BioPro Plus. Here's the deal, guys. Your human growth hormone is gonna decrease. You can't stop it. That's where BioPro Plus comes in. BioPro Plus is the first ever 100% non-synthetic alternative to human growth hormone treatments. No needles, no nasty side effects, at a fraction of the cost. And guess what? No doctor visits. You can get BioPro Plus right online and shipped directly to you super fast. Physicians and users have reported crazy fast workout recovery, enhanced metabolism, energy, focus, and even better sex. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, then head over to bioproteintech.com today before your competition does.
What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? We got Jeeves here from Crown to Empire.
What's up, man?
My guy Jeeves.
We got Joel, the other host of 420 Jits. He has an upcoming fight coming up too, and you got Jeeves coming with the tour for the Crown to Empire, right?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, we're opening up for Slipknot.
Oh, snap!
Crazy.
That's dope.
Crazy, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Nice, dude. That's gonna be such a
That's gonna be
freaking
badass.
epic show.
It's insane,
over
bro.
there.
It's honestly like it's like, you know, like any little kid that has some kind of dream, you know, like it's like reaching the pinnacle of that dream that I had as a kid. That's like it can't be more real than this now, you know.
Oh yeah, man. I
Crazy.
bet you when you probably played your first big festival, it was like a dream come true.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, just shows in general, but yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, we want to start the show and with our sponsors, right? CBD Essentials SLC, Atif, right? Who else we got? We got Savage Underdog. I always get confused with that one. It's like something underdog.
Savage Underdog Apparel. Shout out to you, Zach Pryor.
And then we got Phoenix Pie, Hector and Lauren. Who else? We got Sierra MMA.
We got Sierra MMA. We got FX Supplements, one of my newest sponsors coming in. Happy to have them join the team.
And then I also got Bioprotein Tech, another company. And then we got another Neobiosis Stem Cell Company, Regenerative Medicine. I got Lululemon, who sponsors and I am a brand ambassador for them. Thank you guys, Tiffany and everybody from Fashion Place Mall.
Can't forget Jason Trujillo with True Culture Tattoos.
Yes, Jason Trujillo. I was just with him yesterday too, and man, I hope to get him some stem cells and everything too. We're gonna try to fix up his shoulder and all that too.
Yeah, we need to.
So
we need to get him back on the map.
We're gonna document that whole journey for him too. So, but yeah. Anyways, shoot. Let's blaze up before
Smoke a little bit, man.
we chat it up.
I'll sit here and
So Joel, I know you can't do anything right now. So
yeah, man.
ahead.
Stop smoking for about a little bit over a month. You know, got the big fight coming up, so obviously don't want to chance anything with that.
yeah,
Is it like in terms of like your performance or like the legality of like getting tested?
Both, yeah. I usually stop about 6 weeks out anyway, and just with it being a title fight, 5 rounds,
Yeah.
5-minute rounds. Obviously I want to keep it, not going out of the first round, but facing a really tough guy, so
yeah,
it'll probably
Warren.
go 5 rounds.
Yeah.
Shout out to Warren.
Yeah, dude. And I feel like, especially with like something like weed, for example, like before I play a show, I don't smoke like 3 hours before we go on stage because I don't ever want to fuck something up and be like, oh,
Dude,
man, I was stoned or it's because I was smoking or what,
Yeah.
For sure. I was just at a concert on Friday night, and dude, everyone's smoking weed.
Yeah.
Ziggy Marley was playing.
that's dope.
I'm like, dude, this is dope. I wonder if they're high.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, I'm
Those
like,
dudes.
I'm over here like, I don't know, because like Jack Johnson was the headliner, and he was like, I'm not drunk, blah blah blah, whatever. But it's like, dude, that's a lot of pressure. If you were getting high, getting drunk, whatever, you're playing in front of millions of people, and you're fucking shit up. It's
Yeah,
like,
man, that
You don't want it to be because of that,
you'll get a bunch of, especially a hard rock, give you a bunch of pissed off
that
people
too.
out there.
Yeah, man.
You know?
I mean, and I've had some moments where like I've chanced it. Like I remember there was one time in I think we were in Berkeley, California, and I never break that rule. Like I never smoke before the set, and then dude, we were like 2 weeks in. I've just been crushing it. I felt good, and I was like, fuck it. My homie had a little pen like this. So right before we go on, we have like our in-ear monitors, so like the tracks are going and shit. We're like 30 seconds out, and I just run back in the dressing room and I grab the pen and I smack it. But I smacked it, dude, and I smacked it so hard I just start dying coughing. And my singer Andy walks in and he sees me hitting his pen. He's like, you know, and he's like, and I'm just like coughing. He's like, "That's what you get, motherfucker." You know?
Oh no.
And we go on stage, bro. But like the first song in, I just messed up this big fill, like you know, it's like a big drum fill, and I just like stopped, and everyone like looked back at me, and it was only like 2 seconds.
Yeah,
you know, and I came
but
back
they
in.
noticed.
Yeah, and they knew it was because I, you know, and the whole time I was just like, dude, I was terrified playing. You know?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I can't fuck up again. I can't fuck up again. And I couldn't even get in the zone.
Dude, that's a lot of pressure too.
And then I was all stoned, just like in my, just creating this cycle of like I couldn't get out of my head, you know.
Yeah, and drumming is like that's like a big part of the sound too. Huh?
Yeah, it's huge, bro.
Yeah, it's like
it's funny because you don't, you know, when all the music is playing, you could probably take out like a guitar or something like that, but it doesn't make that big of a difference. But if like the singer stops singing, or if the drums stop, like everything goes crazy. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. You know.
Dude, that's crazy.
It's a huge element missing.
Yeah, that's like the prime spots, huh?
Yeah, dude.
So what made you get into music, man? Tell us more about where you're from and what you done to get to where you're at right now.
Bro. So, dude, my dad's a guitarist. So I'm a first generation American. My parents immigrated here, you know, so I could be born here in the United States. And my dad grew up playing music in Mexico and stuff, and like working with his uncles. A lot of his family played and like toured in Mexico and stuff. But he's like kind of like a classical Mexican guitarist, and he grew up loving that. And but he also loved rock and shit growing up. So he got me into like Metallica and all those bands.
Nice.
Growing up, he bought me my first CD. It was the Metallica Black Album, you know, like, and he wanted me to get into guitar, and he like, you know, he bought me a guitar, and I kind of wasn't really feeling it, but I loved music and watching bands and stuff. So I had all these DVDs. I had a Slipknot DVD, you know, I had all this stuff. And I remember every time I'd see the drummers, you know, they were doing crazy shit, you know, swinging their arms, going crazy, headbanging, like bringing just insane energy. And I thought it was so cool, you know. So we lived right next to this guitar center. And I would walk, you know, from my apartment to the guitar center every day. And they have like the electronic drums where you can put on the headphones and like fuck around. So I would just sit there every day just banging around. And then around the time I was 12, I convinced my dad for my 13th birthday to buy me a drum set. So he spent like all the money he had. And my parents were really supportive growing up. Like, dude, I like got into like karate. I played soccer. I did everything I did. They like let me do it. And I think that's why I'm really fortunate that I found my passion at a really early age, because I tried so much shit. Yeah. And they let me like fully go into it, you know, like there was some shit I did for like a year, couple
How old
years.
were you?
When I started playing drums, I was 13.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's when I got my first drum set.
Dude, that's young.
I'm 27 now, so it's been 14 years.
Hell yeah. So it's been a long
half my life at least. Yeah, a little more than half
sure.
my life. Crazy. But so at 13, I started playing drums, and about a year in, I remember I was like on MySpace just looking up like bands and, you know, like people that needed bands and stuff, because I was trying to get in a band. And I met some dudes that played metal, and they came to my house, and they didn't know how old I was, but they were like 19 and like 20, you know, whatever. Yeah. And the oldest dude was 25, and I told them I was 13, and they were like, "What the fuck?" You know, like not only because I was good at drums, but they were also like, "Dude, you're like too young to be in our band." You know what I mean? And I was like, "No, you know, please, like,
give me a chance.
Yeah, exactly.
Put me in, coach. I'm ready.
It was like my dream, you know. And but so they were actually cool enough, you know, and they would come to my house. We'd practice, wrote a few songs, and we started playing our first couple shows just around town, you know, like like house shows, you know, just we'd play in someone's basement, and stuff,
local
some party,
house
you know, whatever. And I always grew up playing music with older people because of that, because I was at a young age, but I started getting in the music scene, and it, you know, it was already like older teenagers at least, or like adults and stuff, and I was like just barely 13. But so I played with that band for a couple. Bro, I need a salt shooter for this fly, bro.
Where's that? I was thinking, I saw it right here. I was like, it's gonna come. Yeah. It's gonna come at me.
Pinch it, dude. So anyway, so I had started to, you know, kind of get in some different local bands, and then around the time I was like 15, 16, we started playing out of town and stuff, you know. But we would like get a pickup truck, put all our gear in the back. We'd all sit in the, you know, all scrunched up. We'd drive like just lose money, bro.
That's how it is when you're on that
bro.
grind,
Especially
man.
on that grind.
That's
on the
just like
road,
us
trying to
fighters.
Make it.
You know,
bro.
we go out, we spend our last of the money just for training, man.
Just for training.
We
alone,
take our
training
time
and
away.
groceries,
You know,
man.
it's like an 8-week camp you got to go out for.
And
right?
I think
you do the same. You go
yeah,
out
dude.
there.
And I think it's cool because there's a lot of relations that you can kind of make between music or fighting or anything, you know, because I grew up boxing, and I've always made analogies to like what like the moment that I feel like when I played my first festival with this band, and like all the work I finally did is like I equate that to what it must feel like for like someone to win his first championship. Or,
Yeah.
like, you know, like it's like all the work, all the bullshit that you went through makes it worth it.
Yeah,
Oh, for
it
sure.
is.
You know.
For sure.
And then when you get over there and you only get this little small lump of chump change, right? It's
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
it doesn't matter that feeling that you did it.
Yeah,
that's what mattered.
Yeah,
You know,
and
you
you're
felt
doing
so good doing it
Yeah.
because you pursued something you love.
Yeah, and it's crazy because now that I think about it, a lot of the people were older. So like now I'm 27, and when I was like 15, 16, I was like in bands with dudes that were like, you know, almost my age or around, you know, a little older. And you know, when you're a teenager, it's kind of easy to just go out and do shit like that,
for
like
sure.
go live in a van and fucking, you know, do
Yeah,
things like
no
that. Like
worries
as
in
an
the
adult,
world,
like
no
I'm almost
job.
30. If I was just starting that process, I'd be like a loser, you know?
yeah,
You know,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Like,
It would
like
it would
really-
definitely be a
I mean,
long
not really, you know
long
what I mean,
journey,
but-
right? But
Yeah, exactly. So I'm really fortunate that I started young too. But so after playing, you know, kind of locally, and you know, we'd go out to like California or like, you know, Portland, like places like close enough, like regional, I guess, you know. I eventually I quit the band that I was in, and I started like kind of like producing and doing like hip hop stuff like that. And I kind of wanted to do almost like a Travis Barker kind of thing, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
play
Yeah.
like be like a cool like rock drummer that
Yeah.
plays with like, you know, rappers and stuff, because that's the music that I was really into and stuff. But one of the bands, so the guitarist for the band that I was in that I had quit, his name's Pablo. He ended up playing drums for a band called Chelsea Grin. They're like a death metal band from here in Salt Lake.
I've heard of them. They're pretty good.
Yeah, and they tour internationally and stuff like that. And they took me on my first tour, and I worked for them for free just as Pablo's drum tech.
Yeah.
So basically, I you know, like clean the cymbals, change the drum heads, tune it up and stuff. And if anything goes wrong during the show, like, you know, you go up and fix it so they can keep playing. Because you can't like you can't stop playing to fix your own shit. you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So someone has to be there to like kind of do that. But I went on my first couple tours, you know, like not making money. But at this point, I had already broken away from like the local stuff, I guess, you know, because the local
Getting more
shit-
exposure.
Yeah, because the
Yeah.
local stuff was like you're spending money, you're kind of learning like what works and what doesn't work. And for me, what I realized, and the reason that I had kind of quit that band was like starting a band from scratch in this modern era of music is, bro, that
Sounds hard.
it's
It sounds really tough.
it's like
So competitive.
It's like impossible. Bro.
Yeah.
Everyone's trying to do it. Everyone has a laptop. Everyone can record themselves. Everyone can do this. Everyone makes good music. You know, it's like you know, it's incredibly hard. So my tactic was like, I would rather go work for bands that are already established, already doing shit, and just meet people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and try and like kind of climb up the
Yeah.
social ladder, I guess.
Samson
you know?
talks about it all the time. It's, all
just
about networking.
Yeah,
man.
dude,
It's just
networking,
all
putting
networking,
yourself
and then
out
you
there.
collaborate.
Who you know
do
is like
everything.
50% of the whole thing. You
Yeah.
could be the most talented person in the world at whatever it is that you do, but if you just sit there doing it in your basement, or, you know, I guess in the case of like someone that's like good at martial arts, if you just sit there in your gym, like sure maybe you're folding up black belts or whatever, but if your goal is to be a fighter, that like you got to go out and
Exactly.
and fight and meet people
Yeah.
and try and
for
get in
sure.
an organization and try and like
You gotta go get your ass whipped somewhere
yeah,
else. you
bro.
know?
Exactly. That's what you did, and that's what's really fascinating about you. You were 13 and you've been drumming for 14 years. You started learning really young age about branding yourself.
Yeah,
And
dude.
branding yourself is like the way to go, because when it's like you're self-sustained and you cannot be taken down by anything, not even the government, because
Yeah, there's
you're
no-
skilled.
Yeah,
know?
and I think a big thing too is like when you acquire any type of skill and you get and you start to reach like a level of mastery in it, or like a high level in it where most people, where it's like unique, you know,
Yeah.
it's undeniable. And so for me, like I think I have a mix of traits of like I'm a professional at what I do. I practice all the time. I'm like trying to be good, but it's not just that, you know.
Yeah.
Like you have to have the network and stuff. But the fact that I do have that, it means that whatever room I go to, I know that if I am gonna be in a group of drummers, they're all gonna know that I play for real, you know.
Oh,
for
And,
sure.
like
That you're about
whatever,
it.
whatever level they're on.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
a pro could watch me play and be like, that dude knows what the fuck
Yeah.
he's doing, you know.
For sure.
And so could whatever. And maybe that's like equatable to in fighting. Like,
Oh,
you
dude,
go to another gym and
Oh,
they're like,
yeah.
oh, that dude's the real fucking deal, you know? Like, it
Absolutely,
doesn't matter
man.
where you're at, you know,
Yeah.
like, or who you're rolling with or what you're doing,
Yeah.
like, you know. So I started working for bands, and basically, I worked for Chelsea Green on a tour with, we were opening for a band called Falling in Reverse. And then after that tour, Falling in Reverse, the headlining band, their drummer asked me to be their drum tech, so I drum tech for them. We did a tour. It was a direct support, so it's like the band right before the headliner for a band called Black Veil Brides. The tour after that, Black Veil Brides asked me to be.
Damn.
So basically, all the headliner
Yeah.
bands
You're
always
just
ended up
going.
Yeah.
ended up taking me. But I think one of my things was like, I always want to make an impression and be like a memorable person, but I try and be myself. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
for
Yeah.
sure. You have to.
Because a lot of
You have
people
to
in
be.
that industry, or just in general, when you're entering like a big network, you're like
Yeah.
afraid of like, you don't want to say the wrong thing.
Yeah.
You don't want people, you know. But
Yeah.
I just like,
You
dude,
want people to like you. You
Yeah.
want. Yeah. You want it all.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
talking about that the other day. Is like, you know, the bigger you become and the more celebrities that you surround yourself with or high level guys, people intend to change the way they are, and they start to leave their their old friends, and like,
Yeah.
hey, it's like, man, you don't even come home to see and check up on your
Yeah.
guys. You know,
Yeah,
you don't
bro.
even try to take them up with you. It's like, no, you got to learn to, like, as you surround yourself, guys, you got to learn to bring your whole team with you. You got to learn to, elevate your team. You got to learn to build characters with your team and then bring them on with you. You know, it's like, Joel,
exactly.
I got to bring my boy there. He's been
Yeah.
fine with me for like how long?
Dude,
11 years?
Over 11 years.
Yeah,
now,
over
man.
11 years.
That's
like,
crazy.
We
Yeah,
got to
I-
build and elevate each other, and so that's what, like, if I'm hanging out with all the higher level guys, I want you guys to come there with me, and because we're gonna pick up our skills. We're gonna go build, and we're gonna grow together, and we're gonna go out there and get beat up together.
Exactly. 'Cause, I don't
so-
get better unless you don't get better,
Yeah.
and vice versa.
Exactly,
And same
yeah.
for you.
And especially people that deserve it, because granted, I agree with everything you're saying, but there's times where it's like, not everyone, while everyone has the same potential, not everyone has the same like willingness to go after the thing.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Mhm.
I wouldn't spend my energy bringing someone or trying to put someone on
Yeah.
if
yeah.
if it's like mostly me being like, hey,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also
you
have to
know,
want
come
it
over,
too,
yeah,
you
like
know?
they
Yeah.
gotta be
Yeah.
Yeah.
trying,
And that's
people
that's
that
why,
deserve
yeah,
it, yeah,
exactly. I agree with that, and I always say, hey, look, I'm gonna give you an opportunity. I give you a question. I'm gonna ask one time, and if you don't want to take it, then don't take it. And
Yeah,
I'm
for
not gonna
sure.
be hurt, and I hope the best,
Yeah, exactly.
But we all gotta grow, and I'm just gonna let you know that this is what's there,
Yeah.
So it's like, now it's up to you to pick up the risk and take the risk and follow it,
Yeah, exactly.
Take that
So,
leap, man.
yeah.
Yeah, like what are you gonna do with And that was one thing for me that always worked out for me as well. And I think a reason that I've done decent. And like, I'm not talking like I've achieved all of my dreams.
Yeah,
right now I'm like at square one of my
It's-
journey.
yeah.
The way that I see it is like, people talk about like, you get your foot in the door. Like, I finally closed the door behind me, and now I have the
Yeah.
the
Now you
world
got
of
the next door that you have to
opportunities,
try to open.
And it's like, that's what's so great about everybody here, is like, we continue to learn. We're never there. We're not there where we're at. We're just barely starting.
Yeah.
And like, it's always a beginning. Like, no matter what step you're at, you're in another beginning of a step. If
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Oh yeah. For
Yeah.
Sure.
That's a trait that I would say that like most of the successful people that I know all share, is like, you're never satisfied, or you're never, you always,
Yeah.
you can always
100.
progress. You're never complacent and like, okay, I finally have reached, this is it.
Yeah.
No, there's
Yeah.
always like, like, let's say, or financially you make $1 million, like, now you know that you can make $10 million,
Yeah.
instead of like, oh, I finally made $1 million, I'm gonna chill now, like,
Yeah.
You gotta
It-
keep
it
that,
doesn't
that
work
foot
like
on
that.
The, on the
yeah,
gas.
and everyone that's successful in whatever industry, whether it be fighting, music, arts,
Yeah.
medicine, whatever, anyone that's successful is consistently trying to push the boundaries of themselves, at least,
Yeah. And what about your goal? What do you want for yourself and your own brand, for yourself? What do you want to do for you and like people around you?
I think ultimately that stuff for me changes with time, because I can definitely say that my goals when I was 18, or 17, like 10 years ago, are a lot different than they are now, and all the things that I wanted then are so much different than what I want now. And so I have that in mind now, like, I know that when I'm 35 or 40, I'm probably gonna want different things in my life than what I want right now, So I would say currently, one of the things that have remained consistent along this journey is that I just want to be able to support myself and my family in terms of like, obviously like finances and stuff, but I'm not trying to be like rich and famous, you know, and that's what most people, when you think about music and shit, like, or especially rock, you think like sex, drugs, rock and roll, and like, you know, I don't care about all that stuff, dude. Like, I care about music. I want to be respected by my colleagues and peers, by the people that also do what I do at a high level. I want them to, you know, admire me the way I admire them, have the same kind of respect and stuff. And then money-wise, just be able to take care of myself, you know. As long as I can make the kind of money I would make at a regular fucking job or more, that's fine with me. You know what I mean? Like, and anything else is just like a plus. And that stuff will come with time, you know. But ultimately, I would say pretty much that, just to be able to support myself doing what I like to do it on my own terms. Yeah, I don't really have like some, like, I want to leave a legacy, be the greatest of, you know, like,
I mean, I think that's like similar of what I have in my part too. But, you know, it's like you said, you know, it's not a legacy, but you're already leaving a legacy because you're teaching others, you know, your skill set, because you teach people how to drum, right? And you do all that. So you're so like my goal is to leave a legacy, but leave a legacy with my skill set for other people to teach it and beyond and beyond and beyond.
And push it further.
And push it further.
Take it further. It's actually funny you say that, because that's one of my things too that I would say is like one of the goals of my life, is to inspire other people the way that I was inspired by the people that I looked up to when I was a kid. Like, like the drummers that I, you know, the DVDs that I had of all these rock bands, and the drummers that I saw that made me want to pick up a pair of sticks and go to Guitar Center and do that. That's all I want to do for other people. So when I'm playing on stage, as long as like out of the thousands of kids, there's one kid that maybe was thinking of becoming a drummer, and maybe I can be the show that he went to that he was like, holy shit, I'm going to go buy a drum set right now. You know? Like,
for sure.
If there's one person on this planet that I can do that for, then my goal's accomplished. You know?
And you probably already have. You know, you're probably affected, you know, millions of other people out there, you know, just drumming and, you know, sharing your goals and sharing your motivations and what made you there and who your teachers were. You know, and then you're just passing it on, because you're passing on somebody else's legacy, but at the same time, you're creating your own. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
So
yeah, dude, and it's crazy. So like, basically, after working for bands for a long time, so I did that for up until like COVID. At that point, it had been like 8 years of drum teching, and COVID hits. My last tour was November of 2019, and then usually like most bands kind of chill for the winter, you know, like there's not much.
Not really.
Like summer, fall, spring, like gets hit super hard, and some bands do tour in the winter, but so usually you're kind of chilling. I usually like save up money from the tours, and I just kind of like do my thing when I'm at home. And usually like February, March, shit starts to pick back up. But in March of 2020, COVID hit, and that shit like rocked my world, bro. It threw like everything. You know, I didn't know if I was ever gonna tour again, like what the state of like music was or anything. And obviously for everybody, you know,
like, it
affected me
as
hard.
a fighter, you know, like being a pro fighter, dude, like
it
what do you
killed everything on my side for sure.
Yeah, dude, like
I feel you on that.
And that's where like I feel like Dana White saved the fucking industry, bro, by keeping fights alive, like still doing that shit. Like that is crazy, bro. Like
that's so cool.
But dude, so that made me question a lot, you know, and I basically got to the point where I ran out of money. I just started working whatever jobs I could. I like worked at Amazon for a bit. I worked at UPS. I did just like random shit. Bro. And I ended up doing construction for the last like year of COVID. Or like when it was really, you know, tough, like when shit was really closed and stuff. And I was doing structural insulation, so I'm like on scissor lifts, you know, like knocking shit out in warehouses, and I had all this doubt and questions about my life and like confusion and like, dude, did I get into the wrong thing? Like,
for sure,
I didn't, you know, but mostly my whole goal had been to be a drummer. I wasn't like trying to be a drum tech, but my tactic was, if I'm working for these bands and I'm the only other dude there that knows all the songs that also plays drums, if the drummer gets fired, quits, breaks his arm, something, they're gonna look at me and be like, "Can you play tonight?" You know, and you know, and that would be like my in, and that happens, you know.
Happens all the time.
All the time, bro.
Like I remember going to shows growing up, like to be the drummer from the last band that came in. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
we don't got a drummer.
Cool, you know? We need a drummer. We need a singer. Whatever it was, someone was always there to fill in.
But
so I was kind of like, fuck, dude, like. Maybe I should have spent more time trying to play drums. Instead, I got stuck drum tech, and I've only drum teched for 8 years. I'd done like maybe 1 or 2 tours, but nothing like, you know, big and like, you know, significant. And so I was kind of at this point where I was like, fuck, dude, like maybe I should, like, this is a real job. This is like some real life shit. Maybe I should just like get into this job in construction and stuff or whatever. And then I kind of had like a fire lit under my ass because I saw that tours were starting again around this time. And then this is like 2021, you know, and I saw one of my friends, Tosh. He's like this, he's a younger kid. I think he's like 21. But I've known him for a long time, for years. And he's always been just like posting videos of him drumming, you know, going out to the shows, meeting all these people. You know, like he had a huge network. And then eventually I saw him playing for Machine Gun Kelly. What? Like, dude, out of nowhere, bro.
Dang.
And I'm just like, you know, scrolling through Instagram and I see my homie, you know, and it was like, it like blew everything I was thinking out of the water because I was sitting there like, you know, on break at my work, you know, just like
You could do that.
and I was like, holy shit, it's real. Because I'm seeing someone that like deserves a shot, you know, has been like waiting for it, whatever. And it was like me seeing an underdog winning, you know, like
For sure.
not an underdog because like everyone knew he was gonna do something, but it was like, holy shit, tours are happening, and this is like my homie that I know that, you know, is doing like the biggest level possible.
But he's like an underdog to the higher level guys. You know, he's barely getting his career started.
Exactly. And
so
dude,
he's made it.
and now, dude, he's played for like Lil Nas X. He's played with Bad Bunny. He's like, he's doing some crazy shit, you know.
That's
but
congrats
he was
to
the
him.
person that for sure, like,
What's his name?
Tosh.
Tosh? Okay.
Yeah, Tosh the drummer. Yeah. His name's Tosh Peterson. But so, dude, that same day I got off work, I went straight back to my practice space, and I hadn't really touched my drum set in like a year. The whole time I was working, and I just started practicing again. And all I could think about was, okay, I'm gonna start practicing so that when some kind of opportunity comes, you know, I'm gonna be ready, bro. You know? So I started like learning songs and shit, whatever. And I'd heard about a couple gigs, so I tried out for some stuff. I didn't end up getting it, and then eventually in August of 2021, I got a phone call to go drum tech for another rock band, and I was like, "Fuck, I didn't want to drum tech anymore, but I'll sell merch on tour right now compared to doing construction. You know, like construction sucked, bro. Like my hat's off to those people that do that shit every day, dude. Like
for real,
it's rough.
Respect to them.
It's rough.
You know, they build our community.
Bro. Seriously, that's some real fucking grown man shit, bro. Like I have huge respect for that shit now. But I was like, fuck, I don't really want a drum tech, but that's better than nothing. So I said yeah, and I was gonna do it. And then a week before I was gonna do that, I had another one of my tour buddies. He sent me a text. He was like, yo, what are you doing September 9th and the 11th or whatever? And I was like, oh, I'm supposed to be on tour with this band, drum teching. And he was like, Crown the Empire needs a drummer. I guess like their guy just quit or whatever, and they have to play these festivals. And I was going to be at one of those festivals on a tour I was already on. So I was like trying to figure it out, and I was like, fuck, maybe while I'm on this tour, I can like try and just hop out for those shows real quick, you know, whatever. But I ended up just like having a second thought. I went and saw one of my friends. I was telling him this story about like, fuck, like I have like a whole month's worth of tour drum teching and like a whole month's worth of money, or I can go play 2 shows, but I can play.
Yeah.
And he asked me this question. He was like, are you telling me that you would rather drum tech for this band than go play with Crown the Empire? And when he said that, I didn't even answer him. I just pulled my phone out and I texted the guitarist of Crown the Empire, Hoover, my homie. And I was like, dude, I'll do it, bro. I'm going to tell him I'm not doing the tour. Like, you know, just give me a chance. Like, let's do it. He sends me some songs. I learned, I think it was 10 songs in a week.
Damn.
Dude, it was rough, bro.
Man. Put some studies on that. God damn. That's drilling right there.
It was rough, bro. It was rough and it was scary. And it was like, dude, and to learn that many songs. So learning music and memorizing songs is a skill in itself. Like playing drums is one thing, but like memorizing parts that other drummers wrote, or like, you know, and playing them part for part, that's a fucking skill in itself, bro.
Man,
so
hats off to you, bro.
Dude, it was rough.
Hey, that's fucking.
Dude, I would wake up, I'd listen to the song all day. I'd go to my practice space. I'd play the song, you know, whatever. So I learned like a song a day. And the last couple of days, I learned like 2 songs a day, whatever. Damn. So I flew out to LA, rehearsed with them for like 2-3 days, and then we flew out to Virginia, and I played my first festival with them. And bro, so this for me was like game time, bro. And this is where I equate it to like a fucking fighter getting his first like big championship, you know, like you're about to fucking really, like, you've been envisioning this moment your whole life, and now you're like at Madison Square Garden, or what, you know, now you're really about to do this shit, you know, like for real. There's no going back. There's no fucking anything. And like, dude, I'd play the songs a million times. I'd played it with the band already at this point, and we're sitting at the festival, and we're like about to go on. We're on the stage and shit. And I'm looking out just like a sea of people, bro. And on the inside, dude, it makes me nervous thinking about it right now,
for sure.
bro.
No, I feel you on that.
And like, how many people? Like 30,000.
Yeah, bro.
Right?
Yeah. So,
Dang.
yeah, dude. And dude, so I'm sitting there side stage, you know, and I'm acting all cool because I'd been at this level before, but but like drum teching, you know.
But not the man.
Yeah,
Now you're the man.
You know?
Dude.
You're the guy. Don't fuck it up.
Yeah,
Oh,
bro,
man.
exactly, bro. So I'm acting all chill, you know, like, you know, all nonchalant, like I've, you know, like I was just, like I've been here a million times, but on the inside, bro, I was
But
like,
that's the mindset you gotta have. You gotta
Yeah,
act like you've
you
been.
gotta be.
Yeah,
you gotta
you
have
know?
that confidence though,
Yeah.
but at the same time, you gotta be calm in the
Keep
inside.
yourself
You know?
grounded. And be like,
Yeah.
I've been
Yeah.
there before.
Like
Your
you
mind
got
been
it.
there 100
Yeah.
times, right?
yeah,
It's there
bro,
to perform, you gotta
exactly,
go.
bro.
It's like when we go into the cage, we're so nervous in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Before we hit the cage, we're like, but
About
then we're
to
like, we
fucking
have to have
throw
that
up.
confidence.
You see me all the
know?
time backstage.
Yeah.
I'm like
Freaking out,
We're
yeah.
back there. I'm cracking jokes, having a good time. Once it starts getting closer, I'm like,
Like,
I shut up. I'm
yeah.
just
like, oh fuck, bro.
I'm about to
that's
go-
all, bro. I
I'm
got
about to
this,
go
man.
fight,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Bored, bro.
And then once it locks that door, it's on.
Yeah.
Like everything goes out. You know, it's just like when you guys say, you know, 3, 2, 1, the crowd.
Yeah, there's no
right? The
fucking
crowd goes
it's
off
game
wild.
time, bro.
It's game
Yeah,
time.
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
like so I'm sitting there, you know, and I'm freaking out on the inside, but I'm like talking to myself like chill out, you know, whatever. But then I start kind of freaking out cuz like dude, we're like 2 minutes out, like the stage is ready, I see the
countdown.
fans, I'm like sitting there, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have my in-ears in and like we hit the tracks, you know. And then in my head, I start like going through the songs. I'm like, okay, so the first song it's like the verse and then the chorus and then I started freaking myself out.
Yeah.
So I had this like moment where I stopped myself in my head, you know, and I'm like, dude, just trust yourself. You've
Yeah.
already played the song.
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
already played them.
Training,
man.
I had already
There.
played them. You know what I mean? And I was like, dude, just stop thinking it, because if I keep thinking about what's coming next, I'm gonna fuck something up. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm not like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Got to be
So-
in the moment the whole time.
Yeah, dude. So fucking, you know, the song starts. I run up on stage and I walk up first. Like every show, I'm the first one that goes up to the drum set, and I'd never done it before. So I just like run up, act like I'd done it before, like put my sticks up,
Yeah.
crowd's going crazy, bro. And I swear to you, dog, it was like a blur, bro. I don't remember a moment of that. My
Time you're playing.
my adrenaline was so high. What I do remember is that my hands were like cramping because I was so nervous. I was gripping my sticks so tight because I was like, dude, don't drop your stick. You know,
Yeah.
I was, you're gonna look like such a clown in front of 30, like all these people. The band's gonna, you know, it's like your first show. You can't fuck anything up. And I just remember being like so tired and gassed out because when that adrenaline dump leaves,
Oh,
bro,
man.
Yeah.
dude, like
You're
my legs
exhausted.
are numb, bro, and I'm like, dude, it feels like I'm playing with like tree trunks as drumsticks. You
Yeah.
know, like all the lactic acid buildup is going
Yeah.
crazy. But I pushed through it, and then after the show, we played for like 40 minutes, and then I hop off stage and I like run behind the whole stage and I just start puking, bro. Just, 'cause I was so scared, bro, like so nervous.
Yeah.
And then so I did it. Everything was cool. Like everything was great. Everyone said I crushed it or whatever. Then we did another show in Ohio, the second festival. Same thing. I played the show and then right after, dude, it was crazy, bro.
That's crazy.
It was crazy.
Well,
I seriously
getting
have like the
used to
jitters
it,
right
though.
now, even
Yeah.
thinking about that moment and how I
Yeah.
felt, bro, because it was like terrifying.
It's like your biggest stage, and it's like you got to get used to that biggest stage,
Yeah.
right? Like you're used to the smaller stage, right?
Yeah.
But now you're like a freaking
Dude,
Oh,
even right now on
man.
this tour, like we're opening for Slipknot. Not only is that a fucking legendary like
Yeah.
metal band, even for people that don't know metal, like you've heard of like
Yeah,
Slipknot,
yeah,
you know what I
for
mean?
No matter
sure.
what kind of
Yeah.
music you like, you've heard.
Slipknot
Yeah,
is
and
one
like-
of the legendaries.
And like these venues are way bigger than
Yeah.
what we're used to playing. You know, like on our last tour, we headlined at the Complex.
Okay.
Which for people, you know, just listening
Yeah,
or whatever,
we
it's like
fought there
a
few
Yeah.
times. Yeah.
it's like a 2,000 cap venue. It's a pretty big room. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And we played there, and that was like I was like, damn, this is some big dog shit. You know?
Yeah,
But-
yeah.
But compared to what we're about to do, bro, like that's like some baby shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
Bigger than the 30,000 one you performed in.
it's gonna be probably like that. I wouldn't say quite because festivals style is different. So
Okay.
it's like all these people here to see multiple bands on.
Yeah,
different
yeah.
stages. So there's all these people, but like
yeah.
here, I would say it's probably like 10,000
Okay.
or
That's,
so.
that's a
but
good
still,
amount.
Like we're
That's huge.
It's a
playing
big
USANA.
amount, though,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's,
Yeah,
it's
and
massive.
you're playing
bro.
with the legendary too.
It's massive, bro. Yeah,
Dang,
crazy.
that's tight, man.
So now that you're experienced, what's like your routine before you're going out? Like, what do you do?
Like,
Get yourself in the right mindset. You're back behind stage. You got time before the show.
Dude,
What's going through your head?
so
what are you doing?
It's crazy because I've done 2 like full tours with them at this point, and I would consider myself like I'm like well into it now. You know what I mean? But I'm the only one that I still get nervous, bro. Like, and I don't think I'll ever not get nervous because I have such a high standard of performance for myself that I'm like, I have to be like in the zone, and and right before I play, I'm like, I don't want to fuck shit up. But usually what I'll do is like 2 hours before, 3 hours, I'll stop smoking. I don't eat or anything like that because I'm not trying to puke. I learned real fucking quick.
Yeah.
Not trying to puke because I go hard, bro. I go like 100%, bro.
Yeah.
It feels like you're just sprinting for 3 minutes straight.
You gotta have like that cardio and strength too,
Yeah, bro.
man.
Yeah. So, dude. So honestly, before tours, that's like that's why I try to do things that keep me in shape and stuff. You know, go run, like whatever, workout, lift, because I want to have like, the endurance to do it at especially like metal rock.
Yeah.
It's really the only type of music where I can do the kinds of movements that I do and like smack my head and fucking headbang, do all that crazy shit. But before a show, I'll start drinking some caffeine, kind of get hyped up, because especially on a headliner, we wake up early, we do like our sound check and all that stuff, and then we'll do like we'll chill for like an hour, and then we have VIP meet and greet. So like fans that pay more, they they get like a poster, we sign it, we like say what's up, chill with them for a little bit.
What's that like?
Take pictures, dude. It's crazy.
Pretty cool.
It's crazy, bro. Cause like, so I actually have a funny story. So our first VIP, we had like all these kids, and to me it seemed pretty fast. Like they show up with the poster, we sign it, and then they come back around, and we take a picture, whatever, and it's pretty brief. But it's a lot of kids, bro. It's like 80 to 100 kids, bro, and it takes a while. And when you're doing it every single day, it can take its toll. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like not every day you're like stoked and happy, and sometimes you got shit going on at home or whatever. You're like kind of stressed out, but you got to put on a smile.
Yeah.
And stuff.
For sure.
And at the end of the day, like these are the people that are making our living happen.
For sure.
Like they're paying us to come, get entertained and stuff, and they're paying extra so they can meet us and shit. So obviously we want to give them a good experience, be cool.
Yep.
But I remember, I felt like it was super rushed. And then the next day I was like, yo, like maybe let's take some more time, But then by the end of the tour, I was like, what's up, man?
Yeah,
what's up?
slap Keep it going.
And it's tough, and I'm not trying to sound like an asshole. It's not like you don't want to kick it with people or like talk to them, but
but you're just
tough
so
with so
it's
many
so
people
told.
every day.
It's so draining.
bro. Yeah. So then after VIP and meet and greet, then we have probably like 3 hours to chill before the show. So usually I'll go get some food or something and
Try to get alone time out.
Yeah, just chill out for a little bit. And then like an hour before the show and stuff, like I got some caffeine. I started kind of like warming up. I don't do like static stretching a lot. I try and just do like mimics of the movements I'm gonna do.
For sure.
So I'll start like moving my head like this, just like moving my shoulders around, try and get loose and get my body warmed up. It sucks in the winter, bro, because venues are like freezing. Yeah. My hands are cold as fuck, bro. And when your hands are cold, hitting a snare drum or like your drums in general feels like when you have a bat and you get too close to the handle and it like shocks your whole hand.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like when your hands are cold hitting drums, bro. Like because you have sticks and you're just hitting the rims of these things.
Yeah.
And it's rough, so I always try and warm up, and then I'll try and like sometimes if I can remember, I'll take some time to just like close my eyes and just think of all the things in my life that I'm grateful for, because I've been doing this for a long time and it's a really special thing, bro. A lot of people that I grew up with or that I know there's millions of people around the world that would fucking kill to do what I'm doing,
for sure.
Absolutely.
And it's really easy to get jaded because I've been doing it for so long that I'm like. It's not such a cool like like when you're a kid and it just makes you alive, bro, and whatever. But I feel like the reason it gets like that is because you forget to be grateful for what you have.
Dude,
exactly.
I totally can relate.
So I try and like I'm like, dude, like thank you God for letting me be here, for allowing me to share my gift with the world, for like this is my dream. You know what I mean? Like my parents are so proud of me, bro. Like it's crazy. And so I'll try and do that and just to kind of like chill myself out and just to make myself excited, when I'm not excited. Because when you're on tour, you're doing it every day. It's like, fuck, bro, like I'm tired, dog. Like, I slept like shit last night. Whatever. I fucking, I've just eaten B-dubs and fucking whatever's around, Like, I'm like, I feel like dog shit, bro. I don't want to do this. Like, but you can't, there's no like, yo, let's do this show tomorrow if you guys are, like you have to, bro. There's no choice, but
and like you said earlier, you have to give everyone a good experience.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
They're not gonna want to come back.
Every time, bro. Exactly, bro. And that's like a big thing too, So I try and like put on good showmanship and stuff. And then like so a half hour before the show, the crew so I have a drum tech now, which is crazy. The thing that I grew up doing.
Yeah.
And that's a trip in itself. But So like our crew will go and like sound check the drums, whatever. And like at this point we have like, I got my pack on, I got my ears in, I got my sticks ready to play. And like, so the band is like taking shots and shit, like, you know, getting all loose and like, whatever. But I don't drink, so I used to drink, but it's been a little over 2 years since I drank. So
Oh, that's good.
yeah, it's been great for me. But everyone starts, you know, like getting kind of like, you know, lively and shit, getting
a little loose off
yeah,
the juice.
get the energy going, bro.
That's what a lot of music artists do, though. They drink just to
we
feel
definitely
loose, get loose.
I almost consider it like a ritual. Like every night is like the same. We start playing like loud ass music, you know, everyone starts getting hyped up and shit, you know, and like
the crowd's obviously drinking, having a good time.
Yeah,
you know,
bro.
as well the band too.
and then right before we play, bro, it's like I just get in a zone, bro. You know, it's like
Everything shuts out.
I remember like I'm sure you guys have probably seen that like Mike Tyson when he talks about right before he goes on, you know, he's like, I walk up and I'm like nervous and I, you know, whatever, and then he's like, and then right before I hit the ring, I'm a god, you know. And it's like almost the same feeling, bro.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, dude, like I was born for this shit, bro. I prepared my whole fucking life for this shit. You know what I mean? So like when I go up there, like there's not many things in my life that I'm like great at, but if there is, it's fucking playing drums. Hard as shit, fast as shit. You know, like all like that's what I'm fucking good
You're
at.
so passionate.
Yeah,
You
it's
just
your
give it
passion.
all.
Yeah,
It's
bro.
like,
And I'm like,
man.
this is my shit, dog.
And then
you know?
and it's like you're just starting now, huh? It's like your career just started.
Yeah, literally,
like-
bro. That's
like,
also why I have.
Now you got to give
That's
it.
also why I have the energy, and one of my goals is to never lose it, because there's a lot of
Yeah.
bands that have toured for like a decade plus, bro, and it's so hard to go out with the same energy that like when you start.
Yeah.
you know?
You're going through the motions at that point.
Yeah.
But like you
bro.
said, you always gotta
It's just like
think about it and think how grateful you are
Yeah.
to be in that position.
A
'cause
question
Yeah.
I ask
somebody
myself
else
is,
gonna want to be in that position too.
yeah, bro. The question that I ask myself to bring myself back is, what would 15-year-old Jeeves think of me right now?
Yeah.
About to
Yeah.
play on stage in front of thousands of people doing, you know, like
he would be
like
thinking a way how to
on
get a
bus,
ticket right
like-
now.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
exactly.
Jump in the
bro.
fence to hop in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So,
what they want. So
I try and ask myself that too, you know. So it's like, so I don't lose that like hunger and
yeah.
yeah, dude.
I ask myself that every day too. It's like, man, people ask like, when are you gonna see me back? When are you gonna see me back? Like, I'm gonna be back. You know, it's like, that's why I'm still continuing. It's like I never want to quit. It's like as much as we beat ourselves up, I beat our bodies up. You know, we think about who we are fighting for, right? It's like our families, our fans, our people that we care for, and
Yeah,
you know,
people that support you.
and it just becomes naturally your work career. And now you live it, and now you're very blessed, like what you've done with your life and how the road has gone.
Yeah,
And
bro.
so
And I think regardless, when you really have a passion for something and you love that shit, bro, like I would if I didn't have this band yet, or if I didn't have a band, or if I had never toured or whatever, I would still be going to my practice space and playing drums every day, because I just love that
Yep.
shit. And I think that's one of the things that, you know, I'm in a super fortunate spot where the thing that I love and the passion of my life is also what I can make money from and what is my career and stuff, which is not really common, you know.
Yeah.
Most people have like a career and like the
Their
hobbies and the
hobbies
things
on
that
the
you love
side.
and like whatever.
Yeah.
But
They might be good at it, but then
Yeah.
at the end of the day, they're not
Yeah.
making money, and
Yeah.
they probably don't want to make money
exactly
from their hobby.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. You know, so
yep.
It takes a special person. to
Man,
really-
congrats to your whole success, man.
Thank
I'm
you, bro.
excited to do some more stuff with you. We got some featured things that we've been talking about
Yeah,
that we're
bro.
gonna end up doing, right? So
yeah, it'll be
you guys will have to like stay tuned for that and see what we got in the books for the feature with Jeeves and the Crown the Empire.
yeah, man.
So also now let's take a hit real quick before
Yeah,
we move
bro.
on to the next you know.
yeah,
So
onto jiu-jitsu world,
Yeah,
of which I'm
and
super
that's-
new,
yeah,
by the way, bro.
and that's
This
the
is my
next
first-
question.
My first
It's like-
official month.
you guys
Your first official month.
yeah, the next
Oh.
question is so you guys all do jiu-jitsu, and this
Yes.
is what I love about this is why I love that I have you here, is that you guys bring mats out before the tour, before you guys perform, and do jiu-jitsu, you know.
Yeah, bro.
And it just
That's
helps
sick.
with your performance, right? It's like it helps
So-
with everything, calms everything, right?
Yeah, so that's actually kind of how I got into it. Is so my singer Andy, he's a blue belt. He trains at Gracie in LA.
Okay.
And our merch guy Blake, he's a blue belt as well. He trains in Cobra Kai in Vegas.
That's pretty dope.
And on the last tour, the direct support band, their name's Drugs. It's an acronym for Destroy, Rebuild Until God Shows. but their guitarist Jonah, he's played guitar for a bunch of big bands and shit. But we were on tour together, and he's a purple belt, and this is out from Australia. So they had mats, and every day they were like rolling and shit, you know. And I grew up boxing, so you know, I was down to like get in there and stuff. Yeah, they were.
I'll dabble in it a little bit.
But dude, they were just folding me up, bro.
He's like,
Crazy shit.
Everybody
bro.
goes through that, man. Everybody goes through that.
But the one thing they all said is like I'm pretty strong for my weight. I'm like 150, you know, but I work out a lot and I try and especially
you're
grip
pretty
strength
strong.
with drumming and my wrist and stuff.
You're pretty calm for a beginner too. So usually people are spazzy.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
That's one thing.
you're pretty calm. And when we first rolled, you know, did our first roll, you're pretty calm with it. So
yeah, that's what they were saying, that I have like pretty good instincts and stuff, you know, because I try and like, you know, and I watch. You know, I'm not trying to sound like I watch UFC.
Yeah. But you do watch.
But I watch
stuff.
UFC.
I don't watch UFC, but I watch UFC.
Yeah, dude. But
I
yeah,
see
so,
some.
so I see it a little bit. You know, I know what, you know, close guard. You know, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you know, basics and stuff.
Yeah.
But
they
they were giving
taught
me
you.
some pointers and stuff,
Yeah.
and you know, like, you know, keep a frame in, stay tight and whatnot. But for me, I think staying calm, that was something that I had in mind before anything. And I think same with like boxing or anything, or even like drumming. Like the moment you start to like lose control of your breath and you start.
Yeah.
Because I remember, okay, especially in boxing, bro, like the first round. And, dude, my stamina is horrible, bro. I've never been able to go more than, like, 3 rounds. But, like first round, you know, it's kind of light, feeling, you know, doing reads and stuff. But when you're tired, bro, and you got some, like, dude, I was doing boxing as, like, someone that, like, I did it as a kid and stuff, and I'm decent, but I'm not like trying to be a pro fighter.
Yeah.
I don't have like that, you know, like I'm not going to different gyms and you know, like with all these trainers and whatnot. So, but I was sparring kids like that. And when you're tired and you have some like 18-year-old kid with endless stamina,
You could just keep going
Yeah.
and going and
dude,
going.
every time you swing, you're just getting rocked. Man.
Yeah.
And then you don't want to throw a punch anymore, and your legs are going out, bro. It's terrifying. But in those moments, all like the technique and the like duck and keep your hand, all that shit goes out the door, bro. And you're just trying to survive, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's literally just like some primal shit. Your body's just like, oh my God, get me away from this, you know, whatever. But so I've had so many experiences like that. So when I went into like coming into jiu-jitsu, I noted, I try and just think of like my breathing relative to the person that I'm facing. So like especially like when people are like mounting on me, that's the exact moment where I'm like, okay, now I need to relax, because if I start,
If
I'm
you
gonna
panic,
just wear myself
you're
out,
kinda
bro.
screwed.
Yeah, you wear yourself out, and they just slowly work their way into a fucking, you know. But what I try and do is like a lot of the times is like if someone's mounted on me and like smothering me and stuff, I'll just hear them like, and that's when I'm like chilling. And then I'll just wait for them to do something and try and
For
you know.
sure.
But yeah, and also I think it's like there is kind of a sense of security, and I know that I can just like tap out and we can restart and chill.
Yeah.
It's not like, you know, like someone's gonna really hurt me or like, you know. So I think for me that's why I stay calm, because I know how it is. I'm respectful. I'm not trying to like. I'm not here to
prove.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not here to like hurt people. I'm here to learn. You know what I mean? So like, yeah. So I try and be like chill about that. But I think that's kind of just like a natural thing for me. Just, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. You guys all do that, and I'm excited to do some stuff with you guys in that area.
Yeah,
too,
that'll be
so
sick on tour. You know,
it's gonna be so
all kinds of
dope,
stuff.
man.
But yeah, that's why I got into the world, because they were like, dude, like if you start training, like you probably get good, man. Like you got good instincts, you got you know, obviously, and
not only that, it's gonna help your drumming.
Yeah,
know,
dude.
sure.
Especially just like, dude, mostly with the endurance, bro.
Yeah.
Wrestling and grappling is like, I've never felt something like that.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
Do you feel a difference within doing a month of grappling and then going into your drumming?
I would say mostly with my wrist and my grip strength, for sure. I think mentally there's things that I carry over, you know, obviously like staying calm and relaxed and being mindful of how I'm breathing and stuff. That definitely helps with anything physical, you know. But in terms of like the strength that I've gained, I can already feel my grips getting stronger and stuff, and it helps with like not having wrist pain and things like that.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah,
that's good for your.
Yeah, dude.
Not that way. No, Joel, don't even think about that. You saw my hands go like this. This guy.
Guys.
Either way, X-rate that stuff out.
It's good for that too, bro.
But Joel, it is
Oh
okay.
my God,
Dude,
But either ways.
But it's a cool world, actually. One of the things I've enjoyed, especially like, you know, because I don't have much to relate it to in terms of like combat sports aside from my experience boxing, but like I feel like there's so much more camaraderie in jiu-jitsu, and like there's more of a sense of like a community. And everyone seems, you know, maybe not everybody, but for the most part, people are willing to like teach you and
And that's it pretty much is everywhere you go like that. It is nothing but teaching and learning, and you know, a lot of people will have ego, but then they get, you know, checked real quick for that, right? You know? I mean, Gordon Ryan's the only one that could have the ego.
Yeah, dude. Because especially, dude, because like in boxing, like growing up, like you kind of just learn by getting your ass kicked. You're not gonna like spar. You're not gonna spar, and the dude's like, all right, I'm gonna jab, and when I jab, you know, like
you better move.
Move your head on
you
your
just
own.
get fucking smacked, and you're like, oh, I should put my hands up or whatever, you know, like. But so I feel like there's definitely room for like advancement and stuff, and I think it's just, dude, it amazes me how rapidly not only the sport is growing in terms of like how many people are interested in it and getting into it. Now, dude, most of my friends are all like either doing it somehow or like want to do it or whatever.
Or asking questions about it. You know what I mean?
But it's also cool how fast it evolves. It seems like there's like always people like coming up with new techniques and ways. And
it like evolves. I swear it evolves every 2 to 3 months. It's getting faster and faster. Everybody's coming with new moves. There's like only certain amount of limbs you have, but these motherfuckers are coming out with new stuff every time, right?
Yeah, like when are you gonna reach like the?
There is no limit. It seems like, you know, sooner or later they'll be adding pulling hair. Just kidding.
You ain't got no hair to pull though.
Oh yeah, I'm good.
It is crazy. So okay, so let's say, so from my perspective, or maybe how a lot of people are, like someone that's like kind of just getting into it or whatever. I try and also think like when I'm rolling of like a self-defense situation or like in a real life situation, and what things you would be doing or not. Like for example, if I have someone in like my close guard and they posture up, all I can think is like, this dude would just be landing blows on me right now. You know what I mean? Or vice versa. If I'm in that, you know, it's like not everyone's going to be like looking for a submission on you or trying to do this and stuff like that. So I try and think of those things while I'm doing it, even though obviously you can't practice punching someone or whatever. But I'm like, okay, well, in a real life situation, I don't need to advance from this guard to get into second. Like if I can take him out right here with my elbows, I would do that or whatever. But or vice versa, when I'm getting fucking manhandled and I'm like, oh, dude, with his left hand, he could just. I'm stuck right here.
Yeah, exactly. I'm pinned. I go, what can I do from here?
That's one of the things I try and think. So it kind of sucks for me because I don't really have any desire to compete because I'm not trying to like fuck up my joints. Stuff like that. You know. But when it comes to getting choked, I'll sit there and I think about that in real life. I'm like, dude, what am I gonna do? Give up and let this dude fucking kill me? I have to try my fucking hardest, bro.
Yeah. But it's gonna be good for you. You know, I mean, it helps in every aspect, like mental, physical, and you know, with anything in life, it just helps.
All of my friends that do jiu-jitsu, especially
who else? What's all the guys that that does it? Everybody does it on the band?
No. So just my singer and myself and our merch guy. So the dude that sells merch for us on tour and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty tight.
Yeah, it's super dope.
The other guys will eventually join.
Yeah, I think once
they start seeing it, it's gonna happen.
Come here, let's
it starts happening. Those masks, if it stays on the tour and you guys pulling it out, it's gonna happen.
Bro.
Yeah, it'll happen.
Yeah, they got me in there. So
yeah,
you know,
I mean, once you start choking them and playing around with them, they're gonna want more.
I think that's another thing too. Is like there's probably like two types of people in this world. The type of person that gets choked and is like, I want to learn how to do that to someone else.
Yeah.
Or the type of person that's like, I don't ever want to feel that again.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm just gonna die.
So I'm sure like, cause as far as I know, I'm sure like the number of people that get into jiu-jitsu probably quit within their first couple months or something.
Yeah. Usually,
you know, like probably same with like an instrument. Like you hit a point where like you don't feel like you're making progress. You come every day, but you're doing the same things and you keep doing whatever, and then you kind of just get discouraged and you're like, maybe this isn't for me.
Dude, that's how it was. I used to play the bass.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people don't know that, but I used to play the bass. It was fun, dude. I had a good time. Like I learned by taps. I never learned how to read music.
Yeah.
But like there was a certain point I was like, all right, I'm kind of done with this.
Yeah.
I sold my bases. I'm done.
How much more can I really?
Exactly. Yeah. I'm like, I'm not gonna go anywhere with this. Like it's a fun hobby to do.
Yeah.
I'm not passionate about it like I am with fighting or whatever I was doing at the time, you know. But
So how long have you been pro?
I've been pro since COVID.
Do you feel like
3 years?
When you go into a fight versus like the amateurs, do you feel like any difference in I guess like your anxiety or like the nerves? Like, do you feel like there's way more at stake now? Like,
You know, I wouldn't say there's much more at stake. I mean, now with this fight coming up, it's a championship fight, obviously. So, I mean, besides
which
that,
congrats on that, by the way, bro.
thanks,
That's
bro.
sick.
Thank you, thank you. But like throughout my amateur career, I would same thing. I'd get super nervous, you know. But now as a professional, I'm just like, you know what? I've been here before. I've been here multiple times. I think I have like close to 20 amateur fights.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's the same feelings I get. You know, I'm just acknowledge them, and you know, just do what I do.
Yeah.
Do what I do best.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's
You
just
know?
like music. You know, you do what you do.
Yeah.
And
There's
you
no
go
choices
there,
there,
you
you're
just
fucking-
take it.
Same like when
Yeah.
you told me like when you were going on your first show with the band. My first pro fight, I was nervous as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
You're like, I want to
was
leave,
like-
bro.
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm
Can we
like
do this
thinking, I'm
tomorrow?
Like,
Yeah.
like, what is it in me that made me want to do this?
Yeah.
You know, like I'm about to walk out. You know, I
Yeah.
see my family, my friends, you know, my songs playing. I'm walking out and I see everybody cheering. I'm looking
Yeah.
around. I see familiar faces. I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah. This is
I
it,
do
Yeah,
this,
bro.
you know.
It's just like,
But-
man, you go with it.
Yeah, you
know?
just have to
So,
go with it.
yeah.
You got to force yourself. Like I said, you just got to acknowledge those feelings and use it. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of people will try to push it away. Like I'm nervous, but you know, I'm not going to think about being
Yeah.
nervous. I'm
Now
not,
you gotta
I'm not-
embrace it.
I'm
Yeah.
scared. I'm not going to think about being scared. Like, fuck, I'm human. I'm scared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy's been
Yeah.
training to fucking.
Yeah. Kill me, dog.
Kill me.
Hey,
hurt me,
I better
you know?
trade to kill him.
Exactly. So I have to go in.
I'm gonna
he's
train
going in there
harder.
with bad intentions. I have to
Yeah,
go in there
bro.
with bad
Yeah.
intentions.
It's
you
like
know?
a battle, and you know, one of the things that I love about, I think that's always drawn me to, I guess, combat sports as opposed to like ball sports or something like that is, with ball sports, it's obviously like a team, and it's a
For
group,
sure.
it's a group of people, and it's all like you all come together to accomplish this goal. But in fighting, it's like, it's just you.
Yeah.
It's just you and this guy, and everything you've been through in your life, every moment has led you to this.
sure.
And same with him, and
Mhm.
everything he's done or whatever. And now it's like a battle of like the will, you know? Like,
Yeah.
For sure.
Like,
I mean, I'll be honest. The way I think about fighting is more it's a team sport, but also not a team sport. You know, I'll use my last fight for an example. And I dropped the guy with the liver shot, and literally 2 to 3 weeks prior to that, Samson was like, "All right, we're gonna work ground and pound. This is what you got to do: punch, 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 move his feet, punch, punch, punch." And you look back at the fight, I was doing the exact same.
Yeah.
You know, after they stopped the fight, I went up to Samson. We went over that the last 3 weeks, man.
Yeah. It happens, man. You know, you just
so it's
gotta,
like,
you know, and that was like what your barely last of your camp.
yeah,
right?
It was
And
like the
then-
last 2-3 weeks of my camp.
And did the exact same thing.
Exact
punch,
same
punch,
thing.
pass, hammer,
Exactly.
pass. And you did it. You know, you
Dude,
look
and-
good doing it.
and I think it takes also an incredible level of focus to not abandon a game plan when you're in the middle of a fight.
sure.
Yeah.
And there's so many factors and things changing,
Definitely.
and maybe now you're on your back, and you didn't plan on that, but now you got to still find a way to
Yeah.
execute your game plan.
yeah,
Just gets it,
exactly.
bro.
See, you know
my,
it.
Like my first
See?
pro fight, I went out there and I was fighting this kid that's a boxer, super talented kid, and I knew he was going to be game to fight. I'm like, dude, I've been working on my stand up the last 3 years. I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna piece this guy up. You know, I'm gonna try to play his game and I'm
Yeah.
gonna beat him at his game. You know, I go out there, first 30 seconds, I get popped in the face like hard. I'm like, all right, he's rushing in. Let's throw a spinning elbow. I hit the fence and then he takes me down like really quick.
You're like, I did not expect to be on
E-
the ground
exactly.
with this guy. Yeah.
I'm sitting there. He's like holding on to my waist while I'm sitting on the ground. I'm looking up at the lights. I'm like, what the fuck? This is not part of the
Yeah.
plan. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting pissed. I'm like, he's winning in everybody's eyes. He's winning the fight.
Yep.
Everyone probably is thinking that I'm rocked. I could hear his corner. Oh, he's rocked. He's rocked. Finish him. Finish him. I'm just over here. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm not
Yeah,
rocked.
hell
I'm
no.
more disappointed that I'm like on the ground right now.
Yeah.
You know, I ended up getting up and then I ended up choking him. But at the same time, it's like, you know, having a game plan is great, but like when you get hit in the face,
it's different.
it's different.
yeah.
You know, you gotta be
You
willing
gotta
to
change
adjust.
up real quick.
Exactly, yeah.
You gotta
Adapt,
adjust.
adapt to the situation and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's why, like, I think it's important to, like, obviously there's things like drilling in whatever sport, you know.
For sure.
But like the live rolling or like sparring hard and shit like that, it's like there's no replicating the actual thing. You know what I mean? There's no simulation for how it feels to fight someone that's game to fight for real
Exactly.
Yeah.
and
And
wants to
especially
hurt you.
having those same feelings. You know,
Yeah,
in training, we
bro.
can spar 10 rounds and I'd be feeling great, but at the same time, you go to the fight, you got the adrenaline rush. You're not having that adrenaline rush. in
exactly,
training.
Yeah.
bro.
You're not having this.
You know the guy's
you know?
not
Yeah.
trying to hurt you and
Exactly.
whatever, like,
Yep.
but that shit's way different, you know, like.
Man.
Yep.
So yeah, let's talk about your title fight, Joel. Your September 24th is when you fight, right?
September 24th.
Yeah, dude, I'm
3
excited.
weeks.
I've been helping you prep up. The team's been helping you a lot. You know, you got Hector from Phoenix Pie and Lauren helping you prep
Pie.
up.
Pie.
Pie. But yeah. So and then you got Jason from Damage Plan helping you with your nutrition.
Yeah, I
right?
got Jason
And then
Laporte
you
helping
got
me with that.
you got what, this whey protein FX.
I got
right?
FX supplements helping me out, taking me care of like my proteins, my energies and stuff like
Yeah.
that. My
So-
pre-workouts,
So
recovery.
putting all that together, how do you feel with your camp, and how has it been going for you?
Dude, you know, I'll be honest, at the beginning of camp I was a little stressed out because I had to get a full-time job. You know, finances got a little tight, and you know, it's kind of hard planning out what you're wanting to do for your fight camp, getting prepared for your certain opponent. You know, granted, I'm happy you were able to grapple with Warren before a couple months ago, which was
Yeah.
like, all right, cool. I already know that Samson's got my back for my jiu-jitsu. Before I was working with a boxing coach, I was working with my other coach Bobby King up north at his gym, which I still am. However, with last camp, I was traveling out to Denver to go train out with Dwayne Ludwig at his gym and all their athletes there. And with beginning of camp, I was like, I'm not going to be able to go out there as many times as I did last time. Like, and I really feel like that really elevated my game. But you know, screw it. I'll
Yep.
just go train up north with Bobby when I can. Train with Samson every day of the week, and obviously stay true to the diet. You
Yep.
know, and you know, camp's actually been going really well. You know, no injuries, knock on wood. But yeah, Phoenix PI has been taking care of my strength and conditioning, and that was another thing too. I was like, "Fuck, I gotta be at work at 9. How am I gonna be able to do this and train?" You know, so how to make some adjustments, how to wake up earlier, go do my strength and conditioning, get that out of the way, right,
Yeah.
and then get my runs in on my breaks or whatnot. But you know, yeah, I mean, it's been good. Yeah, I can't wait to go out there. I feel like I'm peaking at the right time, so can't wait to go put on a show, get a new belt,
Yeah, bro.
and
Go celebrate on to
go
the
celebrate.
next, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, man. You're looking good, man. Your training's good. You're doing good. Listening in the corner, you know, listening to what Pedro says, listening to what I say. You know, it's and that takes a lot. It's hard to listen to the corner,
Oh,
right?
for sure, especially in that
So it's
chaotic
like, man,
moment.
dude, it's super hard just listening, and then
All you hear is
yeah.
yeah.
And it's actually even hard to be a coach too, because like you can't just like you got to be learn to be calm. You got to learn to talk calm. You know.
Like you can't be
Yeah.
like, all right, you got to do this, and this. You got to
Yeah.
be like, all right, one thing at a time.
Yeah.
Get your head out of there. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Get
Like-
your. I'm trying, coach.
Yeah. The other day in training, Samson's like, Joel, get your arm free. I'm like, all right, Joel, get your arm free. I'm like, he's got a hold of my hand. like I
Oh,
can't.
I didn't see that. You know, and so, and then like, you know, and then I'm glad to have Pedro right there, because like me and Pedro do a good job at team. You know,
Yeah.
like Pedro will see something, I'm like, okay, he will see something, and then next thing I'll see something, and so that's just like how we, you know, we're doing it. Just like Lauren did good at cornering her
yeah.
BGI.
She did
She
awesome.
listened. She did really good and all that, and congrats to her for winning the whole thing too.
Yeah.
It just, but yeah, dude, you guys are killing it, man. You guys are looking good. You're looking really good for your fight, and I think you're gonna end up taking that belt home.
Thanks, man. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
You know, I know Warren's a game opponent. I know he's got a solid jiu-jitsu background. I feel like my jiu-jitsu can compete with that as well.
Oh, yeah.
But obviously, I'm not gonna. I don't want to chance anything. My
Yeah.
game.
You always
my
want to be
game plan-
prepared. You know,
Exactly.
he's a tough little dude. He's a little sneaky dude, man.
He really is.
He caught me in that triangle, and man, I got lucky, bro.
Yeah, I was like,
so
"God, I've never seen
I held through.
the
So
triangle."
yeah.
You know, but
And so, but he's a gamer, dude. So he's a little sneaky dude, but we're gonna prepare for him. You know, get you right, and you know,
sure.
we're gonna take home that belt for our team.
oh, absolutely.
Are you trying to do your weight cut like naturally, or are you gonna do kind of like a drastic, like?
So the way I do my weight cuts, so I usually walk around like 165. I probably shouldn't, but
You find
yeah.
135?
Yeah, I fight at 135. So what I usually do is I'll diet down. I'll stay as strict as possible with the diet. And you know, as I've learned from my amateur career to my pro career is, you know, obviously it's okay to have a cheat meal every now and then, right? But as an amateur, I'd be like, all right, it's the weekend, it's cheat meal every day, you know.
Yeah.
But now I'm just like, it's not worth it, because at the end of the day, your weight's going to be up higher than you were,
Yeah.
Yeah.
a couple days before. And so, obviously I've been staying strict on it, no cheat meals, no nothing. But yeah, I'll diet down to at least like 140, 143. And then the week of the fight, so I'm fighting on a Saturday, so the weekend before on that Sunday, I'll start my water loading. I'll drink like 2 gallons of water that Sunday.
Fuck.
And then it fucking sucks, dude. But, at the end of the to come back full circle, I'm just going to take you straight through my weight cut in general. So like that Sunday, 2 gallons of water. Before I go to bed, like after I finish my gallons of water, I'll take a 25-minute hot bath with just Epsom salt, nothing too crazy. The water's not super hot, but it's warm enough, right?
Yeah.
Do that, shower, go to bed. I'll lose like 1.5 pounds, and then same thing. Monday, 2 gallons of water, work out as normal, eat as normal, hot bath before bed. I'll wake up even smaller the next day. And it's just a pattern, I start slowly taking my water out. So Tuesday, I'm only at 1 gallon. Water load there. Same thing. Work out as normal. Eat normal foods. And same thing. Hot bath before. Wake up even smaller. Wednesday, 0.5 gallon. Same thing. Eat. And I'm at the same time, I'm not starving myself. A lot of people think, oh, you got to stop eating. You have to stop. Because it's gonna throw you off. But at the same time, no, man. Like, working with Jason's been like a blessing in disguise because he's like, you got to keep eating. You got to keep eating.
Yeah.
And at first I was skeptical. I was like, dude, I don't know, man. Like,
Dude,
have you ever cut weight? No? Okay, well, I've done this multiple times, but like my last camp, it was super easy, man.
Yeah.
And it's going to be the same thing for this camp too, And so that Wednesday, finish my 0.5 gallon of water. And then Thursdays, like I barely have this much in my gallon, so I make it last throughout the whole day. I'm slowly starting to take away like the carbs of my diet. So like chicken and veggies is all I'm eating.
Yeah.
Same thing, hot bath, wake up Friday morning. I should be only like maybe 3 pounds out. That's easy. I'll just do another hot bath then.
Yeah.
Falls off super easy. I'm happy. I'm not cranky. I'm not hangry. I'm like, all right, I'll just suffer for like 4 or 5 hours before I go weigh in.
Yeah.
Be fine. But
yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
That's
Man.
good though. I mean, it seems healthy, you know what I mean? And I feel like for the most part, I think that's probably becoming more of a, I guess, standard practice to do a healthy weight cut.
Oh,
do
dude.
it slow.
Yeah,
and just
like,
like,
sure.
dude, because
Yeah.
it seems so.
it's so
I
counter-
started eating more.
It just seems
too.
counterintuitive.
I
to,
felt like it. I felt like I had more energy just eating more too. Like
like in training.
yeah,
not-
like
I'm not dead tired.
I've been eating a lot lately and more than I usually do. And like I've been eating mornings, I've been eating like right after training in the noons, I've been eating at night right after training. So it's like, but I'm having more energy and and it's like I'm feeling more better. So it's like when you have that, but then as of like when you don't eat right,
Yeah.
it's like, man,
Your body just wants to hold on to
Yeah.
whatever you have,
Yeah.
whatever water you do have. So it's not gonna
yeah.
your weight's not gonna go anywhere. You might
Yeah.
lose maybe 1 pound, but like it's not what you want.
Yeah.
And
But
in
you're losing
reality,
energy,
it
too.
gets
Yeah.
loses your energy. You get stressed out about it. When you get stressed out, you can't lose weight.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
And like throughout the years, man, of fighting, I'll be honest, I wasn't cutting weight the right way at all. Like early in my amateur career, I'd go the night before weigh-ins, go sit in a sauna with a sauna suit, cut all the weight, try to go to bed, wake up.
Oh.
I wouldn't have to do anything. I'd be on weight.
Yeah.
But like, dude,
Just feel like shit.
it's
and
just
tired.
feeling
I
like
hated
shit. You're not
saunas.
getting good sleep, And then I started, looking into different ways. And I was like, all right, cool. And then another terrible way was cutting weight in a hot bath still, Epsom salt, but with like 3 bottles of rubbing alcohol.
Yeah.
And dude, I never recommend that to anybody. Like seriously, don't mess with any of that shit because I cut to 125 pounds and dude,
from where?
from 150.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
pretty heavy. Sometimes you like 160s too, huh?
Yeah.
I swear you got to 160
Oh,
one
dude, I
time,
mean,
bro. 'cause you were
160 is
heavier
like the
than me.
normal weight. 160 is like the normal weight, but like there's been times where I'd be like 170. All right, I gotta
Dang.
stop.
Holy
But I
cow.
haven't been up there for a while, so I mean we're slowly learning. But for this fight, it was a championship fight in Arizona, and I think I took the fight on like a 6-week notice, 5-week notice. I don't remember, but it was like somewhat of a short period of time. And I remember thinking to myself, dude, am I going to be able to do this?
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck it. I signed a contract. I'm doing it. I'll make weight. And that's one thing I pride myself on. It's like, I've never missed weight. I know what I'm doing, you know. And, oh, dude, that was the worst weight cut I've ever done. I go, and I remember sitting there in the hot bath, and I'm fucking crying, dude. I'm broken. I weighed myself before, and I was 128 pounds. I was like, fuck.
Say 3 pounds.
Even
3
more.
pounds,
Oh.
right? But before that, backtrack a little bit. We had driven down there the night before weigh-ins, got in our hotel room, weighed myself. I was 135. I was like, fuck, I got 10 pounds to cut. And that we woke up the next morning. We're in Arizona, so I'm like, let's just go sit in the hot tub for a little bit, just hang out, nothing too crazy. And we go in the hot tub. 10, 15 minutes in there, we were like, all right, let's go back up in the room and chill. I put my sweater back on. 95 degrees out in Arizona, fucking hot. I'm over here putting a sweater on after getting out of the hot tub, you know. I put it on, and I got a little dizzy. I was like, oh, no. No, but I was like, I'm fine, whatever. We go walk to the elevator. We're taking the elevator up. I don't remember the elevator ride. I just remember putting myself in the corner, putting me up against there so I wouldn't fall or anything or pass out. I ended up passing out, and in the elevator, my ex-girlfriend's like screaming, pounding my chest, wake up, wake up. I'm like, what? I'm just tired. I drove all last night. Like, I'm fine, you know. I get back up, literally right as I step foot out of the elevator, I pass out again.
Bro.
And this time I was out for like 3 minutes. I was like, oh,
Damn.
like,
That's hella
woke up.
dangerous,
Yeah, it was
man.
bad. It was bad. So then
You're
I
crazy,
go,
bro.
I go weigh myself, and that's when I weighed at like 128. I was like, fuck. Like, I don't know how
Yeah, I'm
much
gonna kill
longer I
myself,
can
bro.
do this, you know. And I'm sitting there in the bathtub, and just fucking crying, dude. Fucking crying. I was like, I'm not gonna make weight. I've never missed weight. And I don't know if you met Jason Andrade, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my friend Jason in Vegas, he's a former pro Muay Thai fighter, and he's had the most craziest weight cuts, dude. I wish I had a picture to show you, like, his 8-week transformation. Like, he's someone that would walk around like 175, 180, and get down to 125.
Jesus.
Fucking crazy, right? And so we called him, and he's just telling me, you're a fucking warrior. He's trying to get me pumped up. I'm like, oh, I'm fucking crying. You know, like, I can't do this, you know, fucking sobbing. Yeah. And I'll admit, I was mentally broke.
Dude,
I was
it
broken.
breaks you, bro.
I was broken.
I've done it too.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember in Vegas when I had hit
Oh,
41, bro. I was crying myself. I
This
felt
guy.
the same way, man.
Well, okay. Well, this guy,
except this is
he fucked his weight cut up. He signs up for this kickboxing tournament, and it's Waco Kickboxing. It's a big organization. They had a tournament over at the UFC Fan Expo this week. It was like International Fight Week, so it was a big deal. And we're all training. He hardly trained for this fight. And his birthday, I think, was the week before. He starts eating cake and shit. And I'm watching his story. Like,
Steaks.
I'm over here like,
Maybe like
"Fuck,
steaks and
Samson,
shit.
you're not gonna
I was
make
like on
weight."
an all meat diet.
Yeah. And
I thought it was just like another tournament, like a Naga.
yeah, like a
right?
jiu-jitsu tournament, nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
We show up. It's a big, huge
I was just,
thing.
Holy fuck. This shit's real. Like, you got some good people here.
Yeah, we drive into Vegas, and I'm like, Samson, where you at? Oh, my hotel room, can't wait. I'm like, all right, cool. I go up there, and I'm dying. I made 130 for that tournament, and I drove down there already at weight. Bad mistake.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have done that. But anyway, we get down there, and we're in there. I take a peek in there. He's like, hey, you know, I'm like, you should have been eating that fucking cake, huh? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, all right, well, let me know if you need anything. We're just gonna hang out with your ex-girlfriend in here, just chilling, right? And I hear something from the bathroom, and I thought it was Samson. Joel, come here, you know. So I'm like, all right, I walk in there. He's butt ass naked in the tub. He looks up. Oh no, I didn't want you. I said, babe, not Joel. Oh, sorry, Samson. Covering his little egg roll.
Like I'm dying, dude. I was dying. I was
you were dying,
sweating.
bro.
I was like,
I think you stopped sweating, right?
dude, dude, I was like sweating when I was on the way down there. I was like, I couldn't even walk, man.
Fuck.
It was
But end
horrible.
of story,
That's
dude.
mental,
The
dude.
guy goes out there and fucking takes the whole tournament.
Yeah.
Didn't take it serious. Didn't eating like
yeah, I
shit.
fucking just
wins.
kept on going, and then
Yeah.
I just, I
Cake
took
pop,
gold,
bro.
so
Hell
yeah.
yeah, bro.
it was
That was a
crazy.
fun. That was a fun.
But yeah,
trip.
Dude, so a little off topic, but related to like kind of like the jiu-jitsu world and tournaments, because like the ADCC stuff is coming up, right?
yep.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware, they don't do like drug testing for that shit.
No, not for AD.
Because
Not
there's
for
so
AD.
much,
dude,
like
there's
I
so
just
many
see all
guys
this
on
talk of
steroids.
dudes.
They're not. Yeah,
and you
everybody
just- and you
jacked
just
up in
see
that
them
shit, man.
Just looking
Everybody's
it looks like a
jacked.
bodybuilder competition
Yeah.
and shit, bro.
Yeah,
I
everybody's
think
jacked.
What's your guys' take on that, bro? Because from my standpoint, like I think anything that especially when it comes to like a combat sport, something where you're physically can inflict a lot of pain or potentially kill somebody, I don't think people should be taking drugs like that for those kinds of things. Like I get it in a ball sport, you can swing a baseball harder or whatever.
For sure.
But like when it comes to like choking people or punching people or like anything like that, I feel like that shit should be banned. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then at the same time,
Yeah.
it's like, what kind of standard does it set? Because I feel like now what's starting to happen is like instead of everyone just thinks of it as like, okay, well everyone's taking it, so now I have to take it to compete with these guys, or
Yeah.
else I can't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the way I look at it.
Yeah,
Like,
I
if
mean,
you're gonna-
man, it is definitely hard, going because I felt their strength with that before, and it's just like, man, what can I do? But it's just none. I can't do anything.
Yeah, and
It's like I just got to get stronger. I got to get better. I got to do
Yeah.
whatever it takes just to be, hang with them.
yeah.
So it's definitely, definitely different.
For
Yeah,
fighting
but-
wise, I'm totally against it. Like, yeah, you can seriously hurt somebody.
Exactly,
you know,
bro.
like you look at Brock Lesnar versus Mark Hunt. Mark Hunt
Yeah.
was pissed.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar tested positive, obviously, and he's like,
Fucking Brock
like, dude,
Lesnar.
"You seriously could have killed me." Yeah, this
Yeah,
this is
bro.
fighting, but like it's actually a sport. We signed a contract to do this.
Yeah,
You know, so like with fighting, I'm completely against it. But like if it's just grappling, like. Granted, I'm the type of athlete that would never take anything like that.
Yeah.
Like that's something I really do pride myself on. Is like I don't try to get an advantage from anything, any substance that I take. But with like the whole grappling scene, it's like you could totally tell people are taking shit. They're
Yeah.
open about
Yeah.
it. So it's
Yeah.
like,
And
well,
dude, they're wild on it too. Like,
Yeah.
I could imagine like they had like so much energy, and like we're working hard for
Yeah.
our cardio.
Yeah,
We're
exactly.
naturally,
Yeah.
So we're eating the right way.
But at the same, and then another thing that I think people don't really think about is the way that those things affect you. That doesn't have to do with your performance, like your hormones
Yeah.
and your mood, and your-
internal,
yeah, bro.
like,
Like
internal fucks
like
you up.
when you take that shit for long periods of time, like, and I don't have much experience, but from what I know, it can like really fuck you up, and you can turn like into like just a grumpy asshole.
Yeah.
You're just anything pisses you off.
It
all the
affects your
time.
your
And
mentality.
And then what?
Uh-huh.
You're gonna ruin all the relationships in your life of like all the people that you love because you just wanted
Yeah.
to compete at this sport and
Yeah.
and be better than
Because you just
everybody.
wanted to be the best. Like I get you want to be
Yeah.
the best for
Yeah.
sure, but like if you have to take all these illegal substances
Yeah.
just to
dude.
get there.
just to ruin your body just to get there, I mean, I guess kudos to you that you're
but hey,
doing whatever you
Yeah.
have to
I'll,
do
I'll
to
still
get there.
I'll still
but like,
I'll still go against them. And,
yeah, I'll
and,
still
you know,
I'll
yeah,
still grapple
still going
against them,
against you,
But like
Yeah.
fighting wise, I'm
Yeah.
good on that, bro.
Nah, yeah, that's just dangerous at that.
Yeah.
point,
it's
bro.
super dangerous on fighting.
Yeah, that shit's
Um,
crazy, bro.
Yeah, it is crazy. But yeah, ADCC is coming up September 17th and 18th for the championship rounds, and then we got
You're
ADCC
competing, right?
Open. Yeah, I'm competing at the ADCC Open, 70 kilograms. And then I'm gonna go check out High Rollers. High Rollers is having a stoners versus cops event. So yeah, it's gonna be cops versus stoners, and they're gonna see who takes the best of the best, And so I'm gonna go check out Kevin and all those guys out over there and their podcast rooms, and hope we'll see what we got going on over there.
Sure.
And then after that, we're gonna go to the ADCC to watch the ADCC
Championships.
championship rounds, and
Yeah.
then not only that, I think I have to meet up with some doctors and scientists with the stem cells neobiosis.
Good.
We're gonna get Jason from True Cultural Tattoo hooked up over there, and hope to fix his shoulders. So they fixed my shoulders, and we'll see what we could do with them. But they said that they could probably fix them up like nothing.
That's awesome.
So these guys,
awesome.
Check them out. Neobiosis. They are a regenerative medicine out in Gainesville, Florida, ran by Dr. Ian White. He is one of the top doctors out there, man. And these guys, I'm very blessed to interact and have these guys as my partners and friends and family, to help me pursue my career. And these guys, man, are awesome. So check them out. If you guys ever need stem cells at a FDA compliance level, hit them up. Let me know. DM me. We'll get you guys taken care of for your body parts.
Samson loves when people slide into his DMs, just so you guys know.
Yeah, to hit him up about your body parts.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you got maybe.
He says maybe.
Maybe.
Don't
maybe.
lie.
I'm just kidding. But yeah. So we got all that going on in Vegas, and then we're coming back for Joel's fight September 24th, and
For
then
Fierce Fighting
Fierce
Championships.
Fighting Championships. After that, I got PGF home finals down in Alabama with Brandon McCaffrey. Man, Brandon McCaffrey is doing some cool shit out there in the East Coast, man.
That's cool.
He's got this PGF qualifiers where you got to qualify in 10 different cities, and you make the finals, and then you're competing at this big old stage out in Alabama.
That's dope.
Yeah, and he's got some stuff coming up, and you guys may want to get into those qualifiers and win those rounds, because you guys got some big stuff you guys want to you may want to be a part of. So get out there, join PGF, look at the qualifiers, train hard, and go win one of those, and get invited to Brandon's finale, the finals, PGF home. And then what else we got after that? Subversive. I got Subversive Combat Jiu-Jitsu. So I am competing over there, doing a single match. We'll see what we got going on with my opponent over there. So we'll see.
That's
the
open hand shit.
Yeah, the open hand stuff. So we're bringing Subversive 8 to Miami, Florida. So stay tuned and follow us at 420 Jits. We're taking over all the coverage, and we're gonna help build it over there.
Hell yeah.
And man, Mike's an awesome dude, man. Give him a big shout out to Mike for throwing these dope ass events, and he's one hell of a genius dude. Also, shout out to Manny, his partner too. He's one of a hell of a dude. These guys, man, they take care of everybody out there and all the grappling guys. So check them out. They Subversive on Instagram, and also all their sponsors, Insane, Revenant, I think it's Revenant or Revenant. They got Bioprotein. Bioprotein, thank you for sponsoring me too, and 420 Jits and Subversive. And then man, I don't know what else we got after that.
Jeeves, what do we got going on for you? What's coming up? What's next? What's the next move?
So I am leaving on tour here in like 2 weeks. Head to LA for rehearsals, and then we're doing the Slipknot tour.
Hell yeah.
So
Hell yeah.
I think it's September 20th until October 7th. I don't know like all the cities that we're doing, but we're playing Nashville, we're playing Salt Lake.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Slipknot, Ice Nine Kills, Crown the Empire.
Hell yeah.
When are you guys gonna be
crazy?
Be here in Salt Lake?
October 4th at USANA.
October 4th. Hell yeah,
Okay,
we'll be
bro.
there.
Yeah, that'll be
there.
sick,
We'll
dude.
be there
Pull
for
out the
sure.
mats over there.
Yeah, let's go roll you guys up.
Bring some 420 Jits over there, guys. So where is it at the USANA?
Dude, yeah, USANA.
So hey guys, check them out. October 4th.
October 4th.
With Slipknot, right?
Yeah.
At the USANA Amphitheater. Maybe we'll be over there, 420 Jits. We're
that'll
gonna
be
be
sick.
covering some stuff with them over there. Crown the Empire with Jeeves, and who else?
So the tour is Slipknot, Ice Nine Kills, and Crown the Empire, my band.
Okay, awesome.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, can't wait, man.
Right on. And Jeeves, where can the people follow you on social
Dude,
media?
just one link, man. I made it easy for everybody, bro. Just Jeeves Making Noise.
Jeeves Making Noise.
On Instagram.
Hell yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. That makes it easy. And then, do you have a YouTube that they could check
Yeah,
you out
it's,
on?
yeah, it's the same. Jeeves Making
Same?
Noise. Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
On my YouTube, I mostly post like clips of just like live shows and stuff like that. So for anyone that's interested in that kind of shit.
Hell yeah.
Dope.
Well, let's
Hell yeah.
Well, let's take a hit before we close out everything, and let's give a shout out. Go ahead, Joel. You go give a shout out and to all your sponsors or whatever.
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to Sauced Up Salsa, FX Supplements, Savage Underdog Apparel, True Culture Tattoos, The Lending Co., CBD Essentials. Yeah.
Sick, dude.
420 Jits, can't forget them.
Yeah, and I want to thank Bioprotein. I want to thank Lululemon. I want to thank all the guys that you just said. They sponsor both of us. They take care of me and you together. As
Shout out.
fighters, man. Shout out to True Culture, CBD Essentials, Sauce Up Salsa, Phoenix Pie. Thank you, Coach Pedro from Sierra MMA.
Yeah, dude.
Man, dude. We want to thank everybody, man. They
for
support
sure.
us a lot, and we want to support them and give a shout out. And so I wanted to end it. You guys got anything you want else?
Yeah, one more shout out to my my other gym I train out of Koa Kingdom up north in Kaysville with Bobby King. They've helped me out a lot as well.
Yeah.
Wanna show them
How
some
about
love.
you? You guys shout out to anybody on yours, guys?
Nah, man, just check out Crown the Empire if you like some rock music, and check us out on tour sometime, man.
Hell yeah.
We'll be
October
there,
4th
October
in
4th.
Salt Lake City at the USANA
USANA
Amphitheater, right?
Amphitheater.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. And join us next time. Thank you, guys, and we'll see you guys. Peace.
Peace out.